Alright, here we go, starting with Chapter 7. As always, here are your learning outcomes. Just be sure that you are able to do these by the time you finish reading through the chapter and listening to this video. Now, where we're going to start is talking about business marketing. There are going to be times that I might reference the term B2B, and that is a business-to-business transaction, whether it be marketing, sales, purchasing, manufacturing, any of these things like that. B2B is business-to-business. Right now, as you can see here, business marketing is the marketing of goods and services to individuals and organizations for purposes other than personal consumption. Personal consumption is consumer marketing. All the other options that we're going to talk about here in this chapter are going to fall under business marketing. A quick example of that would be selling computers to a college or a university or to a business, to Cumberland Valley even, or to any high school. That would be an example of business marketing, or that B2B that I was referring to. Alright, business products. A product, now let me just clarify here, a product that is purchased for personal use, again, is considered a consumer product or a consumer good. If the same product is purchased for use in a business, it is considered a business product. So the way that you can classify a business product or a consumer product, the main determinant is the intended use. Personal use, business use. The size of the business market in the United States, and actually most countries, to be honest, really does exceed the size of the consumer market. So it's a very attractive opportunity for businesses. Some large firms that are in the manufacturing side of things, that produce the goods, they usually do market exclusively to business customers. There's some of them that market just to other businesses. They will produce goods that are made specifically for another business to use in their products. Alright, using the internet, electronic commerce or e-commerce, the internet is used quite a bit, obviously, as you are aware. As you can see on the slide here, it can be used to facilitate the exchange of goods and services, be used to exchange information between companies. There's little information here I want you to be aware of. In 1995, there were very few commercial websites. Today, that B2B, business-to-business websites, are actually designed to look more like consumer websites. They use social media. They include valuable content, valuable information. They even have things in there for building a rapport and a relationship with the community. So the internet is used for multiple facets within this. Using social media, a lot of companies use social networking sites. They use social media sites like Twitter, Facebook. They're using blogs, e-newsletters, all types of mobile marketing to be able to reach their clientele. Remember, when we're talking about B2B, that does not include them marketing to you and I as final consumers, okay, just other businesses. Right. Now, finding out whether or not your online or e-commerce, your internet advertisements, things like that are working, there is a measurement called stickiness. what you look at here is combining frequency with the length of time a visitor spends on the website, and along with that, the number of pages that are viewed during each visit. This provides you with a good understanding of what are they looking at, what are the most important parts of the site, what sites are being hit, what parts of the sites are being read, which ones are being ignored, things like that. That can really help lead to determining what you're doing well, what can be improved upon, and to better your online presence. All right, relationship marketing. With relationship marketing, this has become a very, very important business marketing strategy. The goal here is to build long-term relationships with your customers, and that in turn is what helps build a competitive advantage that you would have over the competition. All right, so again, building long-term relationships with your customers, which will then help you to build a competitive advantage over your competition. All right, now strategic alliances can take the form of licensing or distribution agreements. They can take the form of joint ventures, R&D with research and development, and partnerships. Businesses do form these strategic alliances to help leverage the assets that they have. Assets could be technology related, it could be access to different markets, it could be money or other financial resources, and they leverage the assets by combining the assets by combining their assets with the assets of other firms as well. All right. Helps with what's called economies of scale also. Economies of scale, if you've had econ, you may remember this term. Economies of scale is simply this. As you produce more of a product, the cost for you to make the product, the cost per product drops. So if you print, like if you ever order custom-made t-shirts and you only order 5 t-shirts, they're going to be very expensive per t-shirt. If you go out and order 5,000 t-shirts, the cost per t-shirt is going to drop substantially as you keep adding to your order. All right, and that is economies of scale. Now, when we're talking about building these business relationships, you have to remember globalization as well. The concept of strategic alliances has been used in foreign cultures. U.S. has had strategic alliances in countries such as Mexico, Japan, China, a lot of European countries, Korea as well. Now, Keiretsu relationships are, as it says here, highly integrated. Members of this type of relationship or trade relationship, they often trade with each other and often engage in a joint venture for product development, a joint venture in essence in regards to financing and marketing activities. They share that. They work together. Right? It's like a team effort when they do this. And many American firms have actually found that the best way to compete in Asian countries is to form relationships with Asian firms. That gives them that in. All right, here are your 4 major categories of business customers. You have your producers, your resellers, governments, and institutions. The producers include for-profit organizations that use goods that they buy, goods and services actually, that they purchase from other companies to produce or to incorporate into their own products. The reseller market includes retail and wholesale businesses that will buy finished products in order to just resell it to the final customer, like you and I. Government organizations include thousands upon thousands of federal, state, local buying units. This, at times, is considered the largest single market for goods and services in the world, the government market. And then institutions, they don't really have that standard goal of making a profit or gaining market share traditionally, as it's traditionally viewed upon. But these are things like schools, universities, medical facilities, churches. Their goal is not just to make as much money as possible, but their goal is to obviously make enough money to be able to provide for the people who are in that organization to the best of their ability. All right, next you're going to learn about the NAICS system, NAICS, and this is NAICS stands for North American Industry Classification System. This was introduced in the late 90s, 1997 I believe, and it's a joint development between the United States, Canada, and Mexico to provide a common industry classification system for those countries that are in NAFTA, that North American Free Trade Agreement. All right, NAICS, there's an example on the next slide here, how it's broken down. Different numbers represent different levels within an industry. Okay, so just for example, the information sector is 51. Now when you get more specific, you keep adding numbers to that NAICS code. So 513 is underneath the information sector, it specifically is broadcasting and telecoms. When you add another 3 to that to get 5133, now underneath information sector, broadcasting and telecom subsector, the industry group itself is now telecoms. And you keep adding numbers to get more specific so that everybody, if they look at a number in this NAICS code classification, they know exactly what it is that they're dealing with. All right, and this slide is just pretty much talking about what I mentioned before. All right, and this is where I'm going to stop the first video. I'll pick up from here with video number 2, which will be the last one as well.